Good morning, students. Today we present with the chapter Structure of Atom. I think, students, the previous few things we have discussed and you have completed your work, and today we will discuss the different model of the atom. First of all, Thomson model of an atom. I am sure, student, you have learned the different type of models of the atom, like as Thomson model, Rutherford's model, Bohr's model in standard 9. But in standard 11, we have to go in detail on the topic. First model, that is model Thomson model of an atom. According to this model, atom was in a spherical in shape which had positive charged particle and negative charged particles equally distribution, and hence it was electrically neutral. Its observation could be called as a palm pudding model or a watermelon shape. So, the Thomson model actually, an atom is the positively charged sphere where electrons are embedded in it. That is, atom is considered as the positively charged sphere. Positively charged sphere. Student, attention here. Positively charged sphere, and electrons are embedded in it. Embedded word is very, very important for Thomson model. And its observation could be called as a palm pudding model or a watermelon. This is Thomson model of an atom. Another important things in this model, students, magnitude of the positive charge and negative charge are equal in this case. So, according to Thomson, an atom is electrically neutral. An atom is electrically neutral. Now I am going to Rutherford's model of an atom. Famous experiment of Rutherford was the alpha particle scattering experiment. A stream of high energy alpha particles from a radioactive source was directed at a thin foil of a gold metal. The thin foil had a circular fluorescent zinc sulfide screen around it. Whenever alpha particles struck the screen, a tiny flash of light was produced at the point, and the alpha scattering experiment observation was maximum alpha rays are passing straight. Few alpha rays bent through the small angle, and few alpha rays bent through large angle. But maximum alpha rays passed without any deviation, and from the observation, the result of the experiment were unexpected. Most of the alpha particles passed through the gold foil undeflected. It means the maximum space of the atom, student, vacant. Second, a small fraction of alpha particles was deflected by small angle, and a very few alpha particles bounced back, that is, were deflected by nearly 180 degree. So these are the observation of the alpha rays gold foil experiment. Observation: most of the space in the atom is empty, as most of the alpha particles pass through the foil undeflected. A few positively charged alpha particles were deflected. The deflection must be due to enormous repulsive force showing the positive charge in the atom. The positive charge has to be concentrated in a very small volume that repelled and deflect the positively charged alpha particles. From the observation, the conclusion were the positive charge in the most of the atom was densely concentrated in extremely small region. This concentrated region was called nucleus. The nucleus was surrounded by electrons moving in a very high speed, students, in circular path. What is the name of the circular path? Yes, the answer is known as the orbit. Electrons on the nucleus are held together by the electrostatic force of the attraction. Electrostatic force of the attraction. So what is the conclusion? The positively charged center of the atom is known as the nucleus. The nucleus was surrounded by the electrons, and the electrons moving in the circular path around the nucleus, that is known as the atom. And the mass of the nucleus is very small than the mass of the whole atom. Electrons and nucleus are held together by the electrostatic force of attraction. These were the conclusion after observation of the alpha rays scattering experiment. So Thomson model, Rutherford's model, and I think in standard 9 you have done and you understood 100% the model of Rutherford's and model of Thomson. Now what is atomic number? What is mass number? Atomic number is equal to number of protons present in the nucleus and number of electrons in the neutral atom. Electrons and protons together in a nucleus called nucleons. Mass number is equal to number of protons. Number of protons. Mass number is equal to number of protons. So what is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons present in the nucleus. This is equal to number of electrons in the neutral atom, and mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Number of protons plus number of neutrons. What is isobar? What is isotopes? Already I have discussed about this. What is isobar? Isobars are elements having the same mass number but different atomic number, whereas isotopes are atoms having same atomic number but different mass number. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes: protium, deuterium and tritium, 1H1, 1H2 and 1H3. Chemical properties of atoms are controlled by the number of protons in the nucleus. Therefore, they show similar chemical properties and similar chemical behavior. Drawbacks of Rutherford's model, students. Rutherford's model could not explain the gravitational force in nature. It could not explain planetary motion under the influence of gravity. It could not explain Maxwell's electromagnetic radiation property. It could not explain quantum mechanics as a whole. So it was the drawbacks of Rutherford's. That's why the Bohr's model we have to study for the structure of atom, and Rutherford's model could not explain the stability of the atom. According to electromagnetic theory, when a charged particles revolves around the oppositely charged particles, then the revolving charged particles always radiate the energy according to Rutherford's model. And one time will come when the electrons jumps to the nucleus charge positive and the electron charge negative. So if electrons jump on the nucleus, then it cannot explain the stability of the atom. Now students, electromagnetic spectrum. Visible light is a small portion of the electromagnetic radiation spectrum detected by our eyes. Students, electromagnetic radiation includes radio waves, microwaves and X-rays. Described as a wave traveling through space, there are 2 components to electromagnetic radiation in an electric field and magnetic field. There are 2 components to the electromagnetic radiation: an electric field and magnetic field. wave nature of the light. Wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two corresponding points on a wave. What is amplitude? It is the size or height of the wave. What is frequency? It is the number of cycles of the wave passing a given point per second. What is the unit of frequency? Frequency unit is hertz or second inverse. So this is the characteristics of the wave. Wavelength, it is the distance between two corresponding points on a wave. Amplitude, it is the size or height of the wave. What is frequency? It is the number of cycles of the wave passing a given point per second. Usually, it is expressed in hertz. According to scientist Hertz, H-E-R-T-Z, and hertz is equal to second inverse. And today is the last things I am discussing here, Planck's quantum theory. Planck's quantum theory. Planck's quantum theory, students, you have seen that is wavelength, lambda, frequency, nu. Frequency, nu. Planck's quantum theory, students, see the wavelength maximum intensity shifts towards the blue, shorter lambda maximum, higher t is equal to shorter lambda, and it could not explain with classical physics, students. Electromagnetic radiation, according to Max Planck, in 1900, Max Planck studied black body radiation and realized that to explain the energy spectrum, he had to assume that energy is quantized. Light has particle character, light has wave character, light has particle character. The Planck's equation is E equal to h into nu, where nu equal to c by lambda according to wave character of the light, that is c equal to lambda into nu, and c is velocity of light and lambda wavelength of the wave and nu equal to frequency of the wave. But according to the Planck's constant, Planck's quantum theory, the energy of the light is equal to h into nu, where h is the Planck's constant and its value is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule into second. So electromagnetic radiation, that is the oscillation of the electric field and the magnetic field. In 1900, Max Planck studied black body radiation and realized that to explain the energy spectrum, he had to assume that energy is quantized and light has particle character. And Planck's equation, student, E equal to h into nu and E equal to h into c by lambda. My dear children, we have to solve many numericals related the two formulas c equal to lambda into nu and E equal to h into nu. Sometimes the nu value you have to calculate when E value is given and h value is constant. Sometimes E value you have to calculate when lambda value is given, E equal to h into c by lambda. So this is very important formula to solve the numerical. So students, what we have discussed today, I want to recall it in short. First of all, J.J. Thomson model of the atom, and according to the model, an atom is the positively charged sphere where electrons are embedded in it. And second postulate was that is the magnitude of the positive charge and negative charge are equal, but it has the drawbacks that it cannot explain the stability of the atom. According to Thomson model, the magnitude of positive charge and negative charge equal. So Rutherford's model then came. According to Rutherford's model, the positively charged centers of the atom is known as the nucleus, and second is electrons revolving around the nucleus in the circular path that is known as the orbit. And third postulate was the mass of the nucleus is very smaller than mass of the atom, and there is the force of attraction between the nucleus and the electrons. So these are the postulates of Rutherford's. But my dear students, there was the drawbacks in the Rutherford's model. Rutherford's model could not explain the stability of the atoms. Then Bohr's model we have to study. Next day we will discuss the Bohr's model. After that, students, today we have discussed what is atomic number. It is the number of, what is atomic number, what is isotopes, what is isobar, what is mass number. Atomic number is the number of protons and mass number is the number of protons and neutrons. What is isotopes? Isotopes are the atoms of the elements having same atomic number but different mass number. What is isobar? Isobars are the atoms of the element having different atomic number but same mass number. Students, we have learned. Next, students, we have learned the electromagnetic radiation. That is, the light emits the radiation which has the wave character, which has the particle character. So according to wave character, C equal to lambda into nu, the relation that we have studied, and we have to do many numericals related to the formula. Another thing, students, I have discussed the different characteristics of the wave, like as wavelength, like as the amplitude, like as frequency, like as wave number. Wave number equal to, it is the inverse of the lambda, that is wave number is equal to inverse of wavelength.